Hey guys, good morning. I am so thankful we are in the section of scripture we are in, 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 19. And before we get into that, Paul has been making it very clear that he's going to do anything for the sake of the gospel getting out, anything to be able to serve people so that he does not become a stumbling block. And that means that he's going to restrict himself and give himself liberty as necessary to reach people, but also has to be within the confines of what is truly good Christian conduct. And so here's verse 19. For though I am free from all men, I have made myself a servant to all that I might win more. I love this. Just start there. He says, I'm free. I don't have to fall under anybody's expectations for me, right? I don't have to do anything to please them. I don't have to do anything. But instead, you know what I've chosen to do? I've said, you know what? Even though I'm free, I'm going to put myself under the expectations of other people so he might be able to win more people to Christ. Love it. Verse 20. And to the Jews I became a Jew, that I might win Jews. To those who are under the law, as under the law, that I might win those who are under the law. To those who are without the law, as without the law, not being without the law toward God, but under the law towards Christ, that I might win those who are without law. To the weak, I became as weak, and I might win the weak. And I have become all things to all men, that I might by all means save some. Now this I do for the gospel's sake, that I may be partaker of it with you. This is amazing mindset. Because I can tell you right now, there are a lot of people that love their Christian freedom, right? And I'm so thankful that I have Christian freedom. There are things that I could do, and it doesn't matter what you think about it. It's still freedom for me. However, there is a higher sense of calling that Paul is telling us about the Christian life that says, you know what? I'm going to not do something that I think I can do because I love you and because I want to win your soul to Christ. And there are some things that, you know what, I might do that I might not normally do, but I'm going to do them because I love you so I can win you to Christ. And this is the mindset that Paul took, right? He wouldn't, he wouldn't say, hey, listen, I'm going to go get hammered so that I can go win the drunk. Not a chance. But you know what? He also isn't going to walk in as an arrogant, pharisaical Jew to try to win somebody who is, has no concept of Jewish roots, right? But he's also not going to show up, right, with a big ham steak and sit down with a bunch of Jews and try to win them to Jesus Christ. He's going to say, you know what? Even though I can't eat that ham steak, I'm not gonna, because I love you. I want you to not stumble by who I am. And I can tell you this is one of the biggest struggles in many people's lives, especially if you've grown up in situations where you've had highly legalistic churches and places that you've gone that have a bunch of do's and don'ts and all that sort of stuff, is that you end up in this place, it's like, I don't want to be under any yoke of bondage, so therefore I have the freedom to do what I want. You know what? You do, except for if you cause somebody to stumble. I am going to just personally choose to follow Jesus, follow the example that I believe Jesus would set, that Paul exemplifies here, where I'm going to do what I need to do to reach all men, right? And so if there are things that I have to restrict in my life, I'll restrict them. If there are things that I might open up in my life, I might open them up so that I might win people to Christ. That should be our heart, is that I'm here to serve, not that I have my way, right? that I forget about my independence and I become fully dependent on even perhaps some expectations people have of me. And in so doing, maybe, just maybe, I might win some. That's what Paul's saying. That would be our heart, and that should be our heart. And so when you look at areas of your life and you don't like it when somebody tells you, hey, why are you doing that? Maybe you should think about, maybe you can, but should you? Does it cause somebody to stumble? Does it trip them up? Does it really get the gospel out? Those are some really important questions in our life that we ought to be able to address. I love you guys. Be challenged by this and really consider many things in your life that might just be something that could be a cause for somebody to stumble and get rid of them. Love you guys. God bless you.